Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Dice Tower. I'm Camilla.
I'm Joey.
And today we're going to be taking a look at a system, I guess, of a game here. 365 Adventures. This is going to be a 365-day calendar for the year. We're looking at the two versions that are available for 2026.
Yep.
I am currently playing through Cthulhu 1926, and Joey is playing through the Dungeon. So this is the 2026 version, but there was a 2025 as well. Yep. We're going to give a brief overview on how these work, trying not to give too many spoilers, talking mainly about the January month, and then we'll come back and let you know what we think.
Okay, here is how you do the dungeon here. First off, all the rules are going to be on the back. You're going to see for the different months, things like that. So this magnet is going to go on there and show you the day that you're going to be on. So every day you're going to go ahead and just roll these dice. Now this one comes with 3 wooden dice, 3 red, 2 blue. They do not matter in the first month, the color, but those colors will matter later. You're going to roll, and here's the way you can defeat these monsters. First off, you're going to see some numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the boss has a larger number. The way you defeat these is you need 3 of that number, and you get 3 re-rolls. So in the trap, you're going to need none of that number. So I would need no 2s here. I need 3 2s here. And again, for the boss here, I need a total of 22. So say I'm actually up here at this month, all right? So I'm going to go through, roll, just like that. Take a look. I've got, well, nothing really great there. I can go ahead and take these 5s here, and I can roll again. And I'm going to try for, right there, 3 5s, and I did not get it. But I've got 2 5s. However, take a look. I've got 12, 22, 24. So I could then beat this boss right here because I have 24 more than 22. Cross him off. I've defeated him. And the next day, I can go for something different. Go for a trap where I have no 5s, or this one where I have 3 5s. So that's it. You keep going, and then you're going to put your points for each month. Right here, you're going to get points for every boss you defeat, every trap you overcome, and every boss, these bosses right here, and every wing that you complete, everything in a week. These are called wings, each section here. And you're going to put your score for the month here, and there are different ways to compare it in the book. But that's pretty much it. That is how you play the dungeon. And again, this is going to change each month, but it's going to be very small variations that are seen on the back. So that's how you do the dungeon.
All right, let's take a look at the Cthulhu one here now. I'll pull my calendar down here so you can see it. All right, this is going to play a little bit different. So, like Joey was saying, you're going to change the magnet to the day you're on, and that is just to keep track of how many adventures you've completed or you've worked on this week. So you're going to see each day of the week is going to have both a symbol and a number. The symbol is going to need to be on one of these 2 dice, and then the number is going to be the summation of all the dice. One side, the 6, is going to have a Cthulhu as well. So let's say here that I'm doing this on Wednesday. I can go for the Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday because I've not completed them yet. So I'm going to roll them, and we see here that both of these days need the magnifying glass, and the other one's going to need the gun. I did not get that. However, I did get a 4. That's a pretty good roll. So I'm going to hold on to that 4, and I'm going to re-roll these 4 here. All right. Well, wow, it is really liking that symbol. And these are still, once again, pretty rough rolls. So I'm going to do it one more time. Hopefully we get something good to show you. We got the gun here. So that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, just shy. So today I did not make any of my goals. That would be it. I would be done. But let's say that I did get it in this case. Then at that point, I got this number right here, which just happens to be today. Again, I could have gone for any day this week. I would mark it off. Sunday is going to be a special day, and we're going to see this. Just look at the week before for that one specifically. On Sunday, you have to do a roll specifically for that day. You cannot, like in the dungeon where Joey was attempting that boss at any time, you cannot do that in the Cthulhu one. Sunday is done on Sunday as a special adventure. So you'll see here, last Sunday was day 17. However, you're going to take 1 off of that for each challenge you completed. So for example, that was going to be 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. So I needed to get 12 there. You can see I did. And up here, it was 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I didn't get that one. At the end of the month, you're going to calculate any Sunday that you completed is 5 points. One thing I didn't mention was this Cthulhu die. If you ever, at the end, have a 6, you're going to fill in a dot up here on the Cthulhu. At the end of the month, if you have completely filled that track in, then it's minus 5 points on your month. So here, I had not completed that track there, but I did have 5, 10, 15 points. Again, as Joey was showing you, the rules are going to be on the back and going to change as you go through the different months. But that's going to be it for 365 Adventures. Let's go back up top and talk about our thoughts. First of all, with production, I think they really did a good job with this. I like that it fits in such a small package. I think the calendar works really well built just to sit on a desk or a counter, something like that. I think it comes together really well.
Yeah.
The one production quibble I have, I don't even know if it's a concern or anything like that, but just kind of quibble, is the actual magnet that's tracking the day that you're on. You have to kind of pick the picture up, the page up in order to move it. It's not quite as smooth. Just move it along. It's not quite strong enough to just move it on the front. You have to have it. It's a two-handed process almost.
Yeah, it'll fall off, and it's just you have to finagle it.
Right. The one behind doesn't quite stay with it.
Right.
Yeah. But other than that, I think the production was really good.
But it does stay on. That's a good thing. It doesn't fall off.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And if it was any stronger, it'd probably rip the paper.
Right.
But the paper is thick. It's nice. It stands up well. I think the production is really good. One thing I did notice, and maybe you saw in the overview as well, are how different the dice are between the two versions.
Yes.
Mine are plastic custom dice. And
mine are just wooden, just typical D6s.
Yeah, and then there are wooden too, which I thought was surprising. They do have the shiny pips. I do like that. But maybe that fits thematically, I guess, the wood.
And the colors on these will matter later in different months and things.
Yeah, absolutely. But other than that, production, I think, was really good.
Yeah.
I was really impressed specifically with the time it takes to do this. It is
huge.
In January, it is less than a minute. It is so very quick. Looking ahead, I did try to peek ahead a little bit, and it does look like it is going to have more rules, more complexity, things like that. But I still don't, even looking forward as far as January, I don't see it taking more than 2 minutes.
Which is good. There's different mitigation, different items, things like that. It is neat because it's a few, like I told her in the mornings, I hear these little die rolls, and I'm like, I know what Camilla's doing right now. She's doing her calendar, which is really neat.
Yeah, it's a really great way for me to start the morning at work. This sits here on my desk, and I walk in, I put my computer down, and I do my 3 dice rolls, and then I start my day.
Yeah.
It's very nice. But I think that it can just as easily be incorporated into the home life. It's something that you can do with a kid right before school or right before you go out the door or something like that. Very quick. And quite simple to get into. That being said, I think the rules are rough. How was the rule book for you?
Rulebook was okay. It was fine. I think yours has more stuff going on.
Okay.
Mine, a couple of them I had to read an extra time, like, okay. And the scoring is a little bit weird. It's like, you finish a trap, you finish a monster, a boss, all that. But scoring, honestly, is almost secondary on this.
Oh, right.
You're not comparing to anything. So the rules are fine, but they still could have a bit more explanations.
I do feel like I didn't feel very confident going into my first play of this, my first day, January 1st. I was like, I don't think I'm doing this right. I had to go back and read the rule book, which is odd when it's a 3-page leaflet.
Yeah.
And so something about the rule book, it's not that it was a bad rule book, it just didn't really stick for some reason, and to the point that I was actually playing it wrong to begin. I didn't realize that you get both of the item dice. That's on me. But I had to go back and read it to really make sure, and then again had to read it at the end of the month when it came to the scoring to make sure I understood that as well. The rule book leaves a little to want, but ultimately it's really quick. I also really like how it does increase in complexity as the year goes.
Yes.
Which, if you are playing this with a family or a kid, I think that's fantastic because the kid is going to age through that year, and it's going to help keep that engagement as it changes and morphs. I think a month is a good amount of time to start to get old.
Right.
And then be ready for something new on the next one.
And they'll be ready for it too, like not to ruin things, but you'll all of a sudden find potions or these weapons that'll add this, let you mitigate more. And it's just little tweaks. It's not like a whole overhaul.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So with that, I think we're ready to go into final thoughts, unless there's anything else you want to. Okay.
I think it's good.
Do you want to go first? You want to?
I'll go first. Cool. Here's the thing. I've compared both. I've kind of played with hers and seen what that does. This one is very simple. It's a lot simpler than this one, but honestly, I think it works because my daughter's 9 and it's something that she can kind of approach pretty quickly. And again, 1 or 2 minutes in the morning. I think I'm coming at 7.5 on this because I really enjoy it because this is what I wanted it to be. If it's too long, if it's more than a couple minutes, we're not going to do it. This is very simple. You sit there, you roll it, you're like, okay, there we go, and you cross it off. It's fun. And then there's enough, like you said, every month something changes. I like that a lot.
Nice. I'm coming in slightly higher, but very similar sentiments here. I'm coming in at an 8 on it. And that is because I've come to appreciate throughout this month that we played it, I've come to appreciate the simplicity. Yeah. At first, I went through a little bit of disappointment with that. I was like, oh, that's it. But now here I am wrapping up January, looking into February, and then again, peeking ahead and kind of seeing what's to come. I'm like, this is building into something really cool. And so I appreciate how simple it is. I appreciate that I can come in and it takes less than a minute. Yeah. I've seen other ones of this kilt here, especially the pull-off ones, the rip-off days, and it seems like there's a whole page of rules on the back.
Yes.
I love that a month goes by. I mean, I have here in the January, I look at it, this is all the new rules for February.
That's it.
Right there. That's it. I read them like, oh, cool, I got it. So it really is this slow build on it. I definitely have grown to appreciate the simplicity of this as an adult. I look forward to doing this every morning to kind of start my day and my routine. But you do need to know that going into it. It's simple. It's quick.
Right.
So for me, it's an 8. I'm really enjoying it. That's going to be it, though, for 365 Adventures. Again, taking a look at Cthulhu, 1926, and
The Dungeon.
Pick your theme. Have a great time. Thanks for joining us here at the Dice Tower. I'm Camilla.
I'm Joey.
We'll see ya.
Bye.
Hey folks, thanks for watching another one of our videos. If you like our videos, if you like our channel, you would love to game with us at one of our conventions. Check out Dice Tower Cruise, Dice Tower East, and Dice Tower West. Fantastic conventions where we play games with wonderful people, a humongous library, and lots of other events and stuff. Also, don't forget to check out our channel, like and subscribe. I'm Tom Bassel.